Hello and welcome to another Forge Alliance Forever cast. I'm your host Swkoll, and today we'll be looking at a 4v4 between the BRS team plus Batman, because Batman, versus another team of Crazed Chariot, Fahrenheit, BC Antwort, and Priest. We're seeing first air from Big Bang coming out, going right to the Hydro. So we're playing on Wonder, which is a 4v4 map. It has these nice piles of mass in the middle in little craters. Oh, also on another note, I figured out what was wrong with my mouse. Apparently in Fraps, the default recording key is F9, and that's also the button that will bring up a debug screen for Forged Alliance. So if anyone else has had trouble with their mouse, that's probably the cause. So now we're seeing Selene coming out by Snake, and Crazed Chariot sending in 2 Mantis and a Mole. A Mantis runs by and gets shot at. Very successful early raid by Crazed Chariot, but meanwhile, a Hunter manages to sneak by into Crazed Chariot's base. Looks like Fahrenheit will be going right ahead to reclaim that mass. Now we're seeing the first bomber out for Priest. He's been ecoing very well, as you can see by the score. Now 2 bombers, one should be headed out to attack Snake, the other to DCC. I'm not exactly sure what he's bombing. Very good scout. Now can it hit anything? Bomb comes out. Very nice bomb. Takes out 2 of the power spam engineers. Does quite a bit of damage to these power generators. Now over here we're seeing Crazed Chariot push forward at Batman. Takes up most of his supporting units, but Batman gets up a factory. Both are Cybern ACUs, so no real advantage there. Batman decides to put a point defense. Crazed Chariot needs to target that point defense, or at least his Mantis. DCC builds a mech, a point defense, and now is retreating. A very large SAM army coming out from Fahrenheit. Support with Selene's. And now air scouting going out by Big Bang. Scouting both players. Mobile missile launchers to counter these Tech 2 point defense put out by BRS Snake, who is now a Tech 2 ACU. Getting upgrades for both players. Batman should finish his upgrade first. Let's see, what is it? He got Tech 2. And Crazed Chariot most likely also getting Tech 2. Fahrenheit now at Tech 2, getting Tech 2 point defense. Mobile missile launchers will be countered by a TMD and shield. Tech 2 point defense already going up. Crazed Chariot got the gun rather than Tech 2. Crazed Chariot should overcharge that. Tech 2 point defense. Overcharges come out. Crazed Chariot loses about 20% of his health, but it's all good. Something crazy going on. Mobile missiles countered. But power problems for Snake, making his shield not as effective as it should be. He needs to fix that. Forces coming in from DCC in support of Batman, who's not been faring all that well against Crazed Chariot. But he seems to have managed to establish a defensive position, now getting multiple Tech 2 point defense, and scouting with bombers. We now have Swift Winds from Priest, and now it appears Big Bang is prepping some Mercies. He's got 3 so far, looking to get more. Let's see, these Mercies, Crazed Chariot would be a good target. He's fairly low on health. Now it looks like a PD creep. Stealth fields are up for Batman. Very little teching for Batman, but multiple power storages. And the Mercies come on. Snipe Crazed Chariot. Now this is now a 4v3. Now Big Bang is going to Swift Wind production. Batman deciding to build Tech 2 power near the front. And both Fahrenheit, DCC, and Batman are sending their armies to contest the space. A very important NG from Fahrenheit. They will be able to reclaim all this mass, giving him a substantial ego boost. That's interesting. Leaves the shield almost built. There we go. Fahrenheit manages to use his forces to protect the area. But Batman, sneaking around a bunch of Manti, ran past the force. Kinky Priest has Raz, but I don't believe he has gun. He might be getting it now. Red Spectre's out to defend Manti, and looks like they're targeting a Tech 2 Mass Extractor, but they will fail. We're now seeing Ulshavas and Tech 2 point defenses through the middle by Fahrenheit. Batman getting out more defensive structures. Black, you might want some more upgrades on the shields and more Tech 2 point defense. Now, very large Spectre force coming out from Kinky Priest might be looking to do a snipe. That'll be difficult against stationary flak. And a massive Inti and Swiftwind force. Now over here we're seeing a massive amount of Cyber mobile missile launchers. These are arguably the best mobile missile launcher in the game. When it gets hit by a TMD, it splits up into 3. Just trying to get as many as he can, but this is just too many. His best option would be to counter with air, or this force comes around, attacks all these mobile missile launchers. They don't have that much health. Shield might hold, at least temporarily. And the mole missile launchers are called back in response to the force from Fahrenheit. Now we're seeing a large Mercy Spectre force. Batman is a sitting duck. Tech 2 Flak goes to work. Sees the Mercies. Dodges. No, does not dodge successfully. And Batman at minute 14 goes down. Confusion in the chat about what happened. DCC now directing his large force over to this contested area. Fahrenheit's managed to reclaim most of that mass. Now we're seeing Tech 3 air spam. Inky Priest, most likely the second Raz. What's he got so far? He's got... No, he has the second Raz. Now Tech 2. Yeah, Tech 2 and double Raz. This force should be countered nicely by this very large Tech 1. Tech 3 force out from Big Bang. A very nice defensive fortification out from Fahrenheit. Bricks now coming out. So right now I'd have to give an advantage to the bottom side team. This is a very nice defensive position from Fahrenheit. He also has this base, whereas though this base is being reclaimed, the mexes aren't up yet. Although it's still a 3v3. It's also worth noting there's a 750 unit limit, which may cause problems for people trying to use double bases. Now we're seeing the mobile missile launchers go in again. Putting pressure. The shield's just out of Tech 2 point defense range. He gets an attack ground order to bring the shield down. Now we're seeing Tech 3. Awesomes, Ultravas, and Tech 1 already against a very strong Tech 2 point defense and shield force. Or defense. Fortunately for the topside team, Wonder is mostly flat, so that Tech 2 point defense aren't completely bad. Now, seeing any experimentals. Second Tech 3 power for Kinky Priest. Now, Restorer spam from Big Bang, who does not have a lot of power. Where's he getting his power? We got 2 Tech 2 powers. Oh, he has double Raz, I suppose. Massive Tech 3 air fight. Priest cleans up rather nicely. Now we're seeing loads of T3 arty. Space cannot withstand, even with Seraphim shield. This turtle won't last long. The shields are failing, going down. So is TML. Or TMD. Oh, here we go. A chicken. Now out from DCC. This could turn the tide. Long-range units are retreating. And we're seeing attempted strap bomber snipes. The strap bombers go down, though. Well, he's under a shield, and that one's almost down. They're trying to hit the chicken with strap bombers, and Antwood goes down. Minute 22. Loads of Tech 3 arty. Chicken losing quite a bit of health. Chicken app decides to retreat rather than press on. Interesting decision. Very large Tech 3. Let's see, who has the larger air spam? I have to say King Priest has the larger air spam. Now producing Spectres. Presumably to go after the chicken, who's now been repaired. Is there a second chicken started? No second chicken. Their experimental counter. Looks like someone has a chicken. Nope, a GC started by Kinky Priest, about half completed. Chicken is now sitting under a shield. And strategic missile defenses are going up, with a second chicken almost complete. This base is getting reclaimed slowly by Kinky Priest. Chicken deciding to go down to Snake's base, and the other chicken will head to the center. Another chicken, oh, the chicken was gifted over to Snake. I'm not sure I agree with that now that they have a chicken. Tech 3 shields with it. Very large Tech 3 off-in force. Gonna put a lot of pressure on the side. If it can get around, take out all these Tech 2 mexes. The chicken goes into intercept. Should clean that up quite nicely. Meanwhile, GC and chicken move down the center. Do they know about this? They know there's something, but they can't see it. Although power problems might delay the force's advancement. Never mind. So this force creating a diversion to draw away the chicken. Giving an opportunity for the GC chicken to move in. This chicken needs to be sent to the middle to defend. Restorers come in, targeting the GC. Chickens are trying to come in, fall back. DCC is retreating. Massive air fight. This one could determine the fate of this battle. The GC makes it into the base. Almost about a quarter of his health left. Huge amounts of engineers dead. Those experimentals just had a huge veterancy bonus. But if it's worth anything, topside team just won the air fight. Now 2 chickens dead. And the GC dies. So, DCC's main base lost multiple Tech 3 power and a Tech 2 air spam. At least this one survived. Barely. Lots of Tech 3 power for Priest. Now we're GC going up. And a large restorer force looking to go do some raiding on this expansion. Slowly but surely, the GC and 2 chickens will be reclaimed. You could buy quite a bit of stuff for that. Looks like they're going in for a snipe on Fahrenheit. Got multiple restores. There's Tech 2 flak in the air, and Mercy. Nope, that. BRS. What? Huh? What? That makes no sense whatsoever. I guess we had a large disconnect where everyone loses connection at once. I haven't heard of that happening before, but Snake is defeated. That's peculiar. And really quite disappointing. Fahrenheit probably would have gone down. I say probably, because I'm just not sure. Well, another disappointing end to an otherwise very good game. Hopefully I can find games where this doesn't happen in the future. So if you have any suggestions for future casts, or how to improve this channel, please leave them in the comment section below. Please remember to like, subscribe, do all that good YouTube stuff, and good night.